Confessions 11. I scarcely remember what answer I gave her. It was about 5 days after this, or not much more, that she took to her bed with a fever. One day during her illness, she had a fainting fit and lost consciousness for a short time. We hurried to her bedside, but she soon regained consciousness and looked up at my brother and me as we stood beside her. With a puzzled look, she asked, "Where was I?" Then, watching us closely as we stood there speechless with grief, she said, "You will bury your mother here." I said nothing, trying hard to hold back my tears. But my brother said something to the effect that he wished for her sake that she would die in her own country, not abroad. When she heard this, she looked at him anxiously, and her eyes reproached him for his worldly thoughts. She turned to me and said, "See how he talks." And then, speaking to both of us, she went on, "It does not matter where you bury my body. Do not let that worry you. All I ask of you is that wherever you may be, you should remember me at the altar of the Lord." Although she hardly had the strength to speak, she managed to make us understand her wishes and then fell silent, for her illness was becoming worse and she was in great pain. But I was thinking of your gifts, O God. Unseen by us, you plant them like seeds in the hearts of your faithful, and they grow to bear wonderful fruits. This thought filled me with joy, and I thanked you for your gifts. For I had always known, and well remembered now, my mother's great anxiety to be buried beside her husband's body in the grave, which she had provided and prepared for herself. Because they had lived in the greatest harmony, she had always wanted this extra happiness. She had wanted it to be said of them, that after her journeyings across the sea, it had been granted to her that the earthly remains of husband and wife should be joined as one, and covered by the same earth. How little the human mind can understand God's purpose. I did not know when it was that your good gifts had borne their full fruit, and her heart had begun to renounce this vain desire, but I was both surprised and pleased to find that it was so. And yet, when we talked at the window and she asked what is left for me to do in this world, it was clear that she had no desire to die in her own country. Afterwards, I also heard that one day during our stay at Ostia, when I was absent, she had talked in a motherly way to some of my friends and had spoken to them of the contempt of this life and the blessings of death. They were astonished to find such courage in a woman. It was your gift to her, O Lord, and asked whether she was not frightened at the thought of leaving her body so far from her own country. "Nothing is far from God," she replied, "and I need have no fear that he will not know where to find me when he comes to raise me to life at the end of the world." And so, on the 9th day of her illness, when she was 56 and I was 33, a pious and devoted soul was set free from the body.